All right, so you guys are balling on a budget. You're looking for something to not break the bank, and it has an all-in-one system here with the Smith machine for multiple versatility and space-saving environment. Well, this RitFit Buffalo rack could be right for you guys in your home gym. So let's see and find out. Get out your fridge, pull out that butter because that baby is buttery smooth. All right, guys, so in today's video, we're going to cover RitFit's newest rack. It's their Buffalo multifunctional all-in-one rack. So let's just first talk about just the main features of this rack and some general info, and we'll go from there. So looking at this rack, what have they done differently compared to the other videos I've done, which was the M1 and the M1 2.0, is first of all, the uprights here are 2x3, but they're still 14 gauge steel. But going around this rack, I do like is the multi-grip pull-up bar they have to offer here. I did notice that they have incorporated nicer J-cups here. It's like a little more depth, and there is some looks like some plastic and some rubber here to protect your bar. I also like too is they got some holes here on your spotter arms, but still not as much length as you like to see, especially if you're doing a squat. So keep that in mind. They're not as long as you like to see, but they are upgraded, and they added obviously the rubber and the plastic for protection of your barbell. And then looking around here, their Smith bar here. So general info of their Smith bar, guys, is this holds about 350 pounds, and it's pretty smooth. And what I like about this kind of Smith machine too is they have the pegs on the side here. I did a review of one of their Smith machines. It was like a budget one, and they put the holes in the uprights, and you're trying to clamp it, and your boy almost died. Rest in peace to his chest. Do not recommend anything like that. So I like that there's pegs on the side here, and they use ball bearings, so it's a smooth experience. Again, weight capacity around 350 pounds, which is plenty for anyone, 99% of the home gym users out there. And then again, it just clamps here for a smooth experience. And then we're coming around as well. So you have here is you have your guide rods here with the plate loaded option. They say it's around 350 pounds you can stack on each side. But remember, the thing is, it is a 2-to-1 ratio with this, guys. So when you're pulling this, you're only getting half the weight you have, which is not really an issue until you're doing a lat pull down or you're doing a row. That's really where that comes into play. Smoothness wise, if we come around to the front of the rack, because I know that's a lot of the things about these budget machines is it smooth? Well, first of all, why is it smooth? It's because this brand is not cheaping out in using these plastic pulleys. They upgraded to aluminum, and there's always a debate online of what's the difference between the two. Well, aluminum pulleys create less friction when you have your cable travel, and it's just a smoother experience. Like I said in other videos, baby, get out your fridge, pull out that butter because that baby is buttery smooth, and I think that makes a big difference, and they're not cheaping out. And so they have aluminum pulleys all around the system to, again, give you that premium, smooth experience. They do offer a landmine at the bottom for that added versatility, so you have to obviously get a bar separate, and then you can do rows, shoulder press, you can do some RDLs, obviously for the versatility of this rack. And what I like they did at the bottom here is they added this foot plate. The rack I did before the M1, it was just like this bar, which was adjustable, which, I mean, it was fine, but I like that they have the designated foot plate here. It looks like they use some steel here. I mean, it's not like blown away, but it gets the job done. I think I like that a lot better because I feel more secure when I'm putting my feet on here when I'm doing my low rows. So talking more about some general info too of this rack. So they say with the pull-up bar, it's about 83 inches tall. Without the pull-up bar, it's 81 inches tall, which is gonna fit pretty much any gym out there, basement, bedroom, and your garage. So again, I'm at a friend's house. He actually is, letting me come here and talk about this, overview this, and just give you some tips and tricks and pros and cons. So this is upstairs in one of his spare rooms, and it fits perfectly in here. He obviously has taller ceilings, but again, with the 81, height with 83 with the pull-up bar, still gonna fit in most people's gyms. I also wanted to showcase too some other features they have going on more of the back of the rack is you have your weight horns here, which can slide off. You got 2 on each side. You're able to slide your weight on. But I think one thing about a lot of people they have when they're talking more about the plate storage on the back is that, you know, you got to really make sure it's coming off the wall. So you're able to get in and out to take the plates on and off, you know, your Smith bar or on the front of the rack if you're doing your main Olympic lifts on the front of the rack. I really don't know how they can engineer anything to get the plates on the side here for more efficiency. It's just kind of the way they have to cut costs to be able to do that, which can be an issue for some people. But at the end of the day, you really are not spending a lot of money on this piece. I think right now is $17.50, but there's always sales. And then obviously I'll have my link in the description if you guys like anything from RitFit. You know, it does help give me a kickback. But regardless of that too, I mean, this is a budget rack. And there's a lot that you can do with this machine in such a solid price point. A couple other features too, if we look on the back side, is we do have the barbell storage on both sides. So he's got his barbell here from Giant Lifting. And what I also think is pretty cool too, is you also can put your J-cups and your spotter arms. You can go on the back side here. You're obviously able to store these out of the way so that you don't have to worry about putting these on the ground, putting these on the side, getting a basket. It literally goes out of the way, so everything's on the back side of the rack as well. Again, to add that space-saving versatility, you don't have to buy more things for your home gym. You have a lot of the system can do all you need it to do. So something else too, before we kind of just give my pros and cons and wrap this up too, you do get some attachments with it. You know, you get a landmine attachment, you get a rope, you get a lat pull-down bar, and you get a straight bar to come with this machine so that you already have that. So obviously you can always buy more things as you go, but you already get that when you buy the machine just with the rack. So something else I want to talk about too that comes with this machine is this leg press attachment. And it's got your diamond foot plate here. Obviously I recommend wearing shoes. Your boy did not. And he about lost his shin. Yeah, almost had to go to the doctor. Honestly, like for me, it's something that I probably wouldn't use a lot. I just prefer doing a basic squat over something like this. But it's nice to have that attachment. So if you want to have that, honestly, it's all about a variety in your training. So you do have this to offer. It's a pretty seamless setup. Takes about 30 seconds. And you just twist this on the middle of the Smith bar here, and you're able to do a vertical leg press. I think for me, I just have a hard time balancing it. So it's just something that I would personally not use, but I know it's nice. A lot of people out there like to have that added variety in their training. So they do have to offer this for you guys. And then something else I want to talk about too, these handles that come with it. Dude, these are pretty nice. It's got like, let's say like mild knurling. These are honestly one of my favorite handles. I'm not someone that's going to spend $100 on some, you know, D-handle, cable handles like this. It's not going to happen. So those are nice. And keep in mind too, the adjustments here, you know, they have numerous adjustments. They're numbered on the side here, 1 all the way up to 14. And all you got to do is just, you got your pop pin and you go in and out, slide this in and out to tighten it. Make sure you tighten this. If you guys ever saw the video on Instagram, the girl didn't tighten it and it literally slammed down to the floor and it literally almost knocked her out. So I suggest, it even says pull. When you pull this out and adjust it, make sure you tighten it. So when you're doing your heavier movements as well, this doesn't slide in and out on your uprights here and causes injury. So something else I want to mention too is a lot of people worry about these budget machines is this thing gonna bend, shake, fall over? Here's the thing. The weight capacity, by the way, we'll put the weight capacity of all the different components of this machine here for you guys on the side. They are extremely funky. Again, English teacher here. I have a hard time with numbers. So they'll be on the side here for you if you want to check that out. So this thing weighs 400 and something pounds. Already is extremely heavy. You can see me doing dips. I'm a 208-pound guy trying to cut down a little bit. We'll see what happens. And I felt very secure and safe. Now, doing something on the front of the rack with the spotter arms here, if you're someone that's doing 315 or less, this is going to be fine. Now, why I say 315 or less, because kind of the standard. Anyone that is going to be doing 315 on squatting and benching numerous times, banging up against this rack, I can see over time how, you know, thinner gauge steel could bend over time. That's why you would get something that's more beefier, 3x3, 11 gauge steel, more commercial grade rack. But again, that's like a 1% population out there. 99% of the people will be just fine using a piece like this because it's usually one person, even families using it. You know, if no one's not doing over 315, you're going to be fine in that aspect. So the other thing I want to talk about too is their dip handles here. So the first thing I'm going to start off criticism is there's zero grip on these. This says 396 pounds you can hold. 396, okay, impressive. Very odd, but hey, gets the job done. And I mean, they're sturdy. They're not going anywhere when you're doing a dip. Like I come up here and just do a couple. The rack's not going anywhere. And you also can tell too, there's not really any weight on this. We just left the 10 pounds on each side here for doing some extra B-roll. So they're not going anywhere. Now they are pretty wide, I would say. And again, there's zero grip on this. So if you really wanted to get creative, a lot of guys have done is they get some like hockey tape for some extra grip here. If you're worrying about, if you're doing, honestly, you only really worry about that if you're doing weighted dips, because you don't want your hands to slip off and then you fall down and the weight slams on the ground and then goodbye to your shins and goodbye to your knees. So obviously you could do that as that DIY, get some extra grip for that, or they could just offer a better attachment. But again, you're getting something in a very affordable price. So they're going to skimp out on different just pieces of the machine to keep it in that budget realm. All right, so wrapping up this review. So again, price point you're getting right now at, I don't want to tell you because there's sale. I swear to God, they have a sale every week. I don't know, but you are getting, again, a 3-in-1 system, essentially. You're getting a functional trainer, you're getting a Smith machine, and you're getting a power rack on the front of the rack for that price point, which is perfect for anyone working out at home that really just wants to get started at home, is not looking to compete at the Arnold. They're just looking to get in shape, stay toned, grow some muscle, stay fit for their family and their friends and their lifestyle. You can't complain about getting something like this from RitFit. Also, too, about RitFit is they listen to their customers. They're always trying to improve from the feedback of reviewers. Again, this is a good rack for almost everybody. And I want you guys to let me know in the comments what you think. Again, the only criticisms I really had about this is obviously, you know, the dip bars are just, they're okay. And obviously the weight storage, you know, I love, like I've done like my Deltec Smith machine review has it on the sides. My other things, I had another rack that had it on the side, just a convenience thing. So you don't have to worry about the clearance on the back of the rack. I know my guy No Fate talked about that too. I understand that from, you know, a constructive criticism, like feedback. But other than that, it's like, yeah, the spotter arms, maybe give it a little bit more depth for a squat, for bench, they're fine. But other than that, dude, you really can't complain. So again, let me know what you guys know in the comments. And again, RitFit's always bringing out new products. They always are trying to find ways to upgrade. So any feedback you also have about the rack, you personally have used it, or you see things you would like to see better, put in the comments, because they watch the videos. They also like to see the comments as well. So appreciate you guys checking out the video. Can't wait to bring you guys more content soon on Luke's Garage Gym. This is Luke for Luke's Garage Gym. See you guys later.